a tough first period for the Habs, and a really good first period for the Sens.
Yeah, it started out okay. Like they got the first goal a minute in, but then the Senators just kind of went to work here, and we'll see them here. As you see the Jamie Lawrence here started up the scoring about a minute in off a nice turnover there on the breakaway. Was able to get one there. That started the scoring up at 1-0 for the Canadiens here on the breakaway. Well, that was a really nice goal here. But then the Senators just went to work here on the point. Nice little tip in here. Nice little backhand shot. Find it there for Long on get the first goal of the game. Long has also 2 goals in the game. Pagan's got one. Scott's got one. Here's a nice tip shot again.
There's Long's second of the game.
There's Long's second of the game. And back around again. There was Pagan. And then, yeah, just again. Another nice shot. It's been a crazy game for the Senators. They have 5 unanswered goals here, but we're here in the second period. Canadiens had a minute to breathe. Maybe they had talked about a bit of strategy on the second period there coming into the period. See if they can get back to it.
Sends full value in the first. See if the Canadiens can come and make a game of this.
Nice chance there for the Canadiens there. Chad Campbell had it on his stick but couldn't bury it. But they're going to have to answer quick because you don't have another period after this. This is your last period. You only got 17 minutes. So Senators will try to just use their time to their advantage here and kill as much clock as they can as they whip it around quickly there. Puck goes out of play.
Brian Fegan almost ate that on the bench from the hard dumping.
Yeah, you got to keep your head up on the bench there for sure.
Stated again, 4-goal leads aren't safe here. 16 minutes to go, a lot of time. Don't change the dial and go watch the back nine of the Masters quite yet, everyone.
16:02. Rimmed around, trying to kept in. All the way down the ice. Canadiens have to regroup in their own zone. 15:53 with an icing left to play. So who's going to be the key player on the Canadiens that's going to get them back in this game?
They need to find something from somewhere right now. Number 11, Ben Mercer's had a good period so far. Maybe he needs to be the one to lead him to it.
And I think they need a quick goal too. You don't want to wait till too late in the period. I think you want to try to get one now and at least get some momentum going. I think that's what they need. Just try to break the spell here. But kept up, and here comes Palmer. Palmer sends it in deep, picked up there by Scott. Scott sends it around, gets it out, all the way down. I think that's what the Senators are going to try to do most of this period, is just try to get it as deep as they can and just try to kill as much time as possible. Send back down in the Canadian zone.
It's a little early for that strategy, Lane. You can get on your heels. It's not a great place to be, so we'll see.
We'll see what the strategy is. But it seems like the Senators are content right now with just trying to pass it up the boards and get it deep into the zone, but can come back to bite you. Could bite you here. Big chance. Good save by their goalie, Graham Miller, who's been fantastic, but a hard hit into the board will give the Canadiens a power play here.
It was a great pass to Spring Millie there, and Miller becoming the big stop. They needed that.
Yeah, and you said it could come back to bite you, and it almost did there as the Canadiens were able to spring a nice little play there by number 13, Scott Millet, but unfortunately wasn't able to bear it. But they do get a power play out of it. So, 15:06.
They might be a little early to say they must score here, but they need to score.
I kind of agree with you. I couldn't agree more. I think you got to score in this power play. Down low. Canadiens have to try to. They've had a few chances on the power play, haven't been able to bury it. But
Sens are getting another one for that cross check.
Oh, there you go!
Great pass.
Big
across.
goal. Brent Garbutt gets them back on the scoreboard, and just like that, we still might have a hockey game here. Big goal from Brent Garbutt, and the worst part is they're going back on the power play.
Just exchanging penalties.
And you see it once again. What a shot. Went behind the net.
Mike Karaskas over two. I didn't see
Beautiful.
who had that pass. What a great shot by Garbutt.
That was beautiful. Tic-tac-toe, as I would say. And just like that, 14:50 remaining. They got what they wanted, a quick goal in the period. They need to use that to their momentum here. they can put another one on the scoreboard, all of a sudden it's a 5-3 game. You said 4 goal leads are dangerous in this lead, and it just might be if you take it too easily. Canadiens might have some momentum now. Down low. Canadiens got to try to score in this power play, though. That would be some momentum here if they could score on 2 power plays in a row. But here come the Senators. Oh, Long looking for the hat trick goal, but he couldn't rip it. Here come the Canadiens again. Pressing down the left wing side. Trying to center it. Long intercepts. Oh, he baffles the pass. Canadiens on the chance from the slot. Shot goes wide of the net. At the point, across. Down low once again for the Canadiens is McKissick. McKissick gets stripped. It's a 2-on-1 the other way. Can the Senators bury it? Pass across. Chance. Big. Oh, they score. I thought he had it at first. But that's a big goal for Paul Kuno.
Great finish from Paul Kuno after a great dish from Duncan Long.
Duncan Long has been quite the player. He's already got 2 goals, few assists. Looking like the player of the game early, but that's got to hurt the confidence of the Canadiens, who desperately tried to get back in this game, but
similar to the first period where the Canadiens scored, the Senators came right back, and they do it again here.
I thought he had it.
Short-handed.
Yeah, I thought he had it at first, but then I saw it in the back, and then I'm like, unfortunately, he did not have it. So the Senators got to like that. This big short-handed goal, that'll help the momentum too after breaking a 5-goal in a row there. Canadiens broke it, but then the Senators come right back, and here they come again. Not quitting on offense. They might get another short-handed goal. Down the wing, in the slot. Trying to work for it is Pagan. He gets taken off the puck. Canadiens trying to work it up. They're not going to quit on this game, but here come the Senators breaking in again. Pagan. He gets taken off the puck with 13 minutes left to go. Safe to say Canadiens might have to start pinching and start really putting some pressure on if they want to score 4 goals in this period.
I agree, Lane. It's not too early to start taking risks because they need it.
Well, here we go, but here's the problem with that. You create a lot of breakaway chances, and a big chance for the Senators as they shoot it wide was Gary Cook. Cook, he gets hit hard into the boards. Sent up by number 6 here. Campbell trying to bring it in here for the Canadiens. Can't break it through. At the point, down low into the slot. Bad pass, turnover here. Senators are back on the race here. 4-goal lead for the Senators. Looking like it's pretty much a game, but can never say never. But so I bet the Senators are pretty happy with the way this game's going.
I would agree with that. Big Jeremy Penrose. He's been known to be the difference in big games like this. The Senators load managed him like Kawhi Leonard did with the Raptors in 2019 to get him to this point, so we'll see if it pays off here in the last 12-17.
There you go. Cook almost had his first of the game there, and 12-17 remaining here, and the Senators are about 12 minutes away from becoming not only the first in the division, but also the Red Division finalists, champions, avoiding the curse of the first here.
That curse is real.
I've been told all day that that's not a joke. I've been told by many of the commentators that have come on today that it's no joke that it happens quite a bit here in the BOHC.
Well, it's basically a 45-game preseason lane and then 5 games in a round robin the playoffs. So the first 45 don't mean anything.
That's got to be frustrating though for the team that finishes first. That you don't really feel like you get an advantage though.
I would agree.
But yeah, with 11:38 here,
Canadiens need to do something.
They got to do something.
Get this going.
Unfortunately, that shorthanded goal did not help them one bit. You know, I thought maybe they could come back if they could get that extra power play goal, but then comes right back down. And like you said, similar to first period, kind of like deja vu. 10 seconds after you score, they kind of put the puck back in the net. And that's kind of been the story of this game, is the Senators just maybe too much offense. That 183-goal team, just too much firepower for a team that, had some trouble scoring in the regular season. Maybe they just don't have the firepower to match up with this Senators team. So 11-10 left to go here. Canadiens are not going to give up, though. They're going to try everything they got. Big shot goes wide there. We got an injured player down low here. And he's down as he went hard into the boards there.
It's number 12, Martin Breton.
Martin Brett, hopefully he's all right. He's up now. Well, that's good to see. Skate back to the bench. I'm sure he'll be back out in a few shifts. So, here we are.
Doesn't appear to be too worse for wear down here on the bench in front of us.
No, maybe just need a minute. Walk around, get your senses with you, stretch your legs out a little bit, and get back on the ice. So, Senators still trying to clear the zone here. These Canadiens are not giving up. Taken down, no call there. Oh yeah, now another delayed call, but they will call this one. Been some delayed calls in this game, Matt.
There have been a few, but I think the majority of the calls have been correct from the Stripes today.
So even though it might be maybe not as quickly as you would like it, they are making the right calls here. And the Canadiens, who are down by 4, 10:45 left to go, might have their season on the line. They have to score on this power play if they want any chance of making a comeback here.
Could not agree more.
So they'll have a 2-minute power play here. 10:45 left to go in the Red Division final here in the Burlington Old Timers Hockey Club. See if they can maybe make a miracle comeback, but that's not going to help. As there goes your power play, and starting to see the frustration set in. Like I said, I say this in my OJHL. There's good penalties and there's bad plays. That's a penalty that's unacceptable to take. I know you're down by 4, but you got to rule with the power play.
Not a good play by Karaskas there.
I get the frustration. You're down by 4. It's been a hard game, but that's a penalty. You just can't take those. That's a momentum killer.
Not in the power play.
You're in the offensive zone. You got a chance to maybe get yourself back in it, and now you're here. You're 4-on-4, and you're giving the Senators a really good chance to kill off that 2 minutes here. But what do I know? Maybe there's a lot of open ice. Maybe you can create something out of that. We've seen that before, so you never know. But
I think you said it right, Lane. The frustration is starting to show a little bit.
I think so, but you got to try to, that's how you lose games, when you show I'm an emotional guy too, but when you show your emotions on the ice, typically it doesn't tend to go well for you. You got to try to calm your inner self there. Got to listen to some calming music on the bench. Maybe you got to bring the iPad on and listen to some spa music or something. Big chance there. Nice shot on there by Pagan there. Comes up, here comes Campbell. Campbell bringing it in through the blue line. Campbell goes wide, trying to bring it in, and there's going to be another penalty. So Canadiens might get a little bit of work back with 58 seconds left. Is there another penalty coming to the Senators?
It's a cavalcade of bodies to the penalty box this afternoon.
Well, this has been the most penalized game I've seen so far. Last game didn't even have one, and here we have I think this is at least the 8th penalty, I believe.
I think you're at least 10. Not sure.
I haven't really been keeping track, but we got 58 seconds of 4-on-3 hockey here. So we'll see if the Canadiens can get to work here. There's going to be a lot of open ice. Trying to settle it down. Big shot from the point, goes wide there. Working it up is Drew Higgins. Higgins will send it all the way down and dropped off there by David Cadeau. Here comes Burton. Burton working it up for Palmer. Palmer intercepted there. Has to start back in his own zone is Turner. Turner trying to turn up the ice. Has to come back the other way, though, as another intercepted there by Contentenza. Trying to work it down low. Canadiens, they just couldn't stay offside there. That's also got to hurt. You try to work it around there and unfortunately go offside there. See a replay of it here from the Senators, who've just been continuing to be an offensive slot team tonight. 9 minutes left to
And
go.
it's been everybody. It's not just one
No,
person.
you're
It's
right.
been everybody. The Senators are scoring from a lot of different people today.
Well, I do think Duncan Long is the player of the game. He's got at least 2 goals, I mean, maybe even 3. He's got a few assists on the game. Like, he's definitely been the player that's been a thorn in the side of the Canadiens in this game. He's just kind of been all over the place with the stat sheet, but big chances he goes falling into the goalie, and we are back here as we're 54 seconds remaining on the original penalty, so it should be 5-on-4 here for the Canadiens for 46 seconds, but not a lot of time to try to get 4 on the scoreboard. But Canadiens are going to they're never going to give up. Burton working it down low. Nice taking off the puck there. Behind the net. Senators trying to get it up the left wing side. Trying to dump it up there is Higgins. Higgins finally sends it all the way back down. And on the race for it is Brian Fegan. Brian Fegan picks up the puck. Tries to hit the assistant captain there as he drops it off for number 10, Karauskis. Karauskis bringing it down the right wing side, trying to bring it in, goes hard into the net, and the net comes flying off, and obviously we have a stoppage in play.
Nothing going on there. He just turned, lost an edge. No penalty. Wasn't a giant push.
And I guess with the Burlington Old Timers, they don't really put the net on too much in case they do happen to fall into it, because you can hit that net pretty hard. If you put the net in it, if it doesn't move, that's a pretty hard net to hit. So I wonder if that's done for player safety, I guess.
Glad that Tendy Grant Miller's all right. No worse for wear after that collision.
Graham Miller has been pretty good. I mean, I know he hasn't had to make the hardest of nights tonight, but he has made the saves when it matters. He's made some key saves in this game that kind of changed the game, for sure.
For all you at home, there's only one goalie per team, and for today's game, there is an emergency backup goalie waiting on standby right now from this division.
Yeah, of course, because according to the rules, you always have to have at least one goalie to be able to go in the net. And Canadiens are still not giving up, but it's not looking too good for the Canadiens so far right now, as the Senators are right now dominating the pace of play, up by 4 goals with 7 minutes remaining here.
The Canadiens need some form of spark, some life. They feel like a little behind it right now.
Well, I just think that shorthanded goal really just took the wind out of their sails. They maybe had a chance there, but just that last shorthanded goal, really, you kind of saw it right after that. That's when the frustration, sort of the focus sort of derivated there. And here come the Senators working it up. Down the right wing side, shot, blocked. Canadiens will work around it. Here comes David McKissick. He'll try to work it up for Chad Campbell. Working it down low. Sent in off of Cook. Cook trying to find a goal. He had a chance earlier. Cook shoots. Big save there by David Cadeau.
Big save, Dave, on Gary Cook.
I feel bad for David Cadeau. He's had a tough night. He's had faced a lot of rubber in this game for sure, especially in that first period with that onslaught from the Senators. Faced a lot of shots in this game.
This is another good save by Dave Cadeau. He's not the reason why they're losing 6-2. There's been a lot of grade A chances by the Senators today.
I heard a good quote today. If you think the goalie made a mistake, so did the 5 other guys, right? But it's true. You think that...
Sounds like something a goalie's dad would say.
I did hear someone said that to me today, and I was like, well, that is a good point. 5:58 around the back of the net. And here come the Canadiens trying to press for something, but you can tell the energy and the feet just isn't quite there right now. Where the Senators are kind of free-flowing right now, playing with ease right now. Canadiens trying to work it around down. Brought up by Towernicki. Towernicki sends it up, trying to hit Pettit. Down the left wing side was Penrose. Dropped off, shot, saved Dane Mariner. Working it down around, and the stick is tied up there. And here come the Canadiens once again. Trying to work it up. Here come the Senators. The Senators breaking in. Shot goes off the body there. And here comes the Canadiens once again, 4:55 remaining. Bringing it up. Shot. Goes off the blocker. Save made. Oh, big hit behind the corner there, but I believe they are going to call a penalty on the play.
Another frustration penalty taken by the Habs here. I believe it's number 13, Scott Malee. Not like him normally. I think that's a sign that they're likely done here with less than 5 minutes to go.
Yeah, unfortunately, like you said, like we've kind of both been saying, the frustration definitely starting to settle in. After that shorthanded goal, you sensed it right after that. It just kind of, you started to see a little bit of a different side of the Canadiens emotionally after that shorthanded goal, and it just kind of hasn't escaped their system since. So, like you said, another frustration penalty from the Canadiens, and the Senators will take that every day. As the Senators now up 4 goals can kill off a nice 2 minutes. I'm sure they're just not even really going for offense. They're just willing to skate around and use the free ice. This is a time where you can maybe kind of get away with that. 4 minutes left to go, right, Matt? And here come the Senators, maybe trying to get one more just to add to the offensive numbers here. As the Canadiens take them off, send it all the way down. Played by Towarnicki. Up for number 15, Scott. Scott sends it into the corner. 1:10 left on the power play. Chipped up there by Michael Burton. He'll chip it around for number 3, Mark Palmer. Sends it all the way down on the penalty kill with 55 seconds remaining. Here comes Towarnicki. Trying to find it up for Kuno, who has a goal today. Sends it back. Playing a little give and go here. Nice little pass across from Duncan Long, who's been the player of the game, in my opinion, by a long shot.
I second that.
And 30 seconds remaining. All the way down the ice. Oh, a trip up and they go hard into the boards. They're going to let him play on here.
Both lads fighting for it. Nothing there.
Oh, yeah, that was a clean hockey play for sure. And here comes Towarnicki. Trying to bring it up. Taken off by Duncan Long. Oh, a breakaway chance for the Senators. Backhanded chance from Cook, who's tried to bury one again, but a big save by David Cadeau.
Gary Cook was telling me his favorite workout is deadlifts and shoulder shrugs, but the speed on the last 2 shots, I doesn't agree with what he just said. Need some more gym time, I think.
Well, he's had good chances, but he hasn't been able to bury it today. He's had a few good offensive chances, but just hasn't been able to find the back of the net. He had a good chance earlier in the game where he almost had a wide open net, but and here we go. Canadiens are not going to give him credit. They haven't given up yet. They're still trying to go for it, but Senators are just kind of keeping them the outside here and pressing again. Senators, quick shot, and another goal. Jeremy Penrose, you mentioned him earlier, he comes up in big plays. There's another big play for him there as he makes it 7-2. Another key goal there for the Senators here. Nice key shot there.
Nice play. I think that was Kenny Pagan that sent it over to Jeremy Penrose for the big finish.
Yep.
Pagan's had a really good game as well.
He has. Pagan, it'd be Duncan Long takes the player, but it's not far behind for Pagan either. He's had quite a few assists too. It's probably good. It would be a good combined effort from both guys for sure. Those have been your 2 big players today, and it's going all the way down for an icing play. Who would you give the player to get? You still think it would go to Duncan Long?
I would agree with that, Duncan Long.
Yeah, I think he's just been I think he has like 2 goals and 3 assists,
set the tone early.
For sure. And they're now starting to run off the clock as it is a 5-goal game, so they're not going to stop the clock now. So we are now into running time here, as the game is now probably out of reach for the Canadiens with only 1:30 left to go, but don't tell them that. They're still going to give it them all. They'll give it their all. Playing here at the board, Michael Burton trying anything he can, but turnover here. Senators are just going to easily dump that down to kill some more clock. With 1 minute and 10 seconds left to go here on the play clock. Almost into the last 15 minutes as Glenn Cameron sends it down. All the way back down once again, and on the race for it there's Mark Palmer. Mark Palmer sends it up for Steven Turner. Turner tries to turn up ice there, gets sent all the way down. No icing called there as Jason Contenza will send it around the rim there up for Steve Klein. Klein sends it back around for Towernicki. Towernicki with a stretch pass there, unable to hit that there. With 34 seconds remaining. And they will call the icing, but they're going to still run the clock. 27 seconds remaining here. So I might get one more quick face-off, a quick shot, and that's about it. So 16 seconds remaining. They're going to try to get everybody back here. Quick chance for the Canadiens maybe to try to get one hurt on the scoreboard a little bit, but looks like the Senators are just going to dump it down. 2-1, and that's going to do it.
Full value of the Senators today in the victory.
Yeah, it was maybe a scary start for the Senators at the start, but once they got on a roll, there was no stopping them. And for sure, Duncan Long, you had any questions of who the player MVP was, Duncan Long was the player to beat with at least 2 goals. Few assists on the scoreboard was definitely the thorn in the side. And of course, they will put the championship now at center ice here. And of course, the traditional age-old handshake line will continue here. But the Senators do exactly what a team should do. They finish first and they end up winning the Red Division Championship. So a good year for the Senators all around. They finished 5-1 on the playoffs.
Get a look at the great-looking trophy there, the old skate, right? That at center ice. Congrats to the Senators on their victory today for a great year.
For sure. Well, Matt, thank you for joining me on the broadcast. It was a pleasure to have you here. Just want to thank our producer, Jacob Moore, and, of course, all the amazing cast and crew who have been here setting up and helping us here at Mainway. The final score of the Red Division Finals was 7-2 in favor of the Senators. You've been watching the BOHC Red Division Finals on your TV Halton.